So now we're cutting back to our guest, the Fiesta Queen, and one member of her court. So tell us a little bit about the process. It's not something that just happens overnight. There's a lot of preparation that goes into the selection of the Fiesta Queen, correct?
Yes, there is. It's a very long process, starting with just practicing. You're required to give 2 speeches, one in Spanish, one in English. We have to answer 2 questions, again in Spanish and English, about the history of our fiestas. And then we just compete against all the other ladies that are trying out, and that's when the De Vargas candidates also try out. And we don't find out for about a week, so that's a little nerve-wracking because we just wait.
So it's not like the Miss America pageant where it's like you're up on stage and they announce it. It's a lot more of a selection process.
Yes, you compete and then you wait, and then you go to the dance, and that's where they announce you.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So a lot of anticipation and excitement, I would imagine.
Yes, very much
That's
so.
wonderful. What are the questions they ask? I'm curious.
Just about the history of the fiestas. When Don Diego de Vargas first came to Santa Fe, the events that happened leading up to why we celebrate the fiestas, which is in honor of his promise that he made to Isadora for helping him reconquer the city without any bloodshed. So he promised her that we would have an annual celebration to thank her for doing that.
Sounds to me like you nailed the answer to that question.
I did okay, but I practiced a lot.
Do you know the questions, I assume, beforehand, so you're able to practice a little bit?
No, they don't tell us the questions.
Oh, wow.
We just kind of anticipate and study from those.
And it's not like, what's the square root of 786? You don't know anything. It's all about the fiestas.
Yes,
fantastic.
Sir.
Well, so you've got one member of your court here.
I do.
How do you go about picking your court? Is it part of that also, that selection process as well? Is it that rigorous, or do you select folks that you think would represent the city?
Yes, a little bit of both. I'm given the honor to choose my princesas. So I went ahead and asked my competitors, because I felt they had the right to be on the court. After putting yourself out there, that's hard enough to do. So one accepted, which I was very happy about. And my other princesas, I just chose women that I thought held themselves with dignity in class, and Jenna's one of them, and we've been friends for a very long time. My other princesas are my sister and my cousin.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, and Jenna's also a City of Santa Fe employee, so know that the city is very proud to have her representation on the court as well.
Yes.
So a lot of folks here in Santa Fe, they grow up coming to fiestas every year, and I would imagine a lot of little girls will look up to you as the queen of the fiestas. What's your earliest memory for both of you? What are your earliest memories with the fiestas and seeing the queen and the traditions?
I remember looking forward to it so much because it was just like a big party, and they all looked so beautiful all the time, and it was a blast for me, especially in elementary school.
I actually have been participating in fiestas since as early as I can remember. My grandma had us modeling in the Merienda, which is one of the events during Fiesta weekend where we dance or we model very old dresses. So we've been modeling since we were babies, modeling baptismal gowns. So I just grew up around it. The queen is always at that event, and I always told my mom and my grandma that one day I will try out to be Reina de las Fiestas de Santa Fe.
Was this year the first year that you went through the process?
Yes. I finally gathered up the courage to try.
Well, that's amazing. Well, it sounds like, again, it's not a simple process, and it takes a lot of preparation.
Yes.
You mentioned the beautiful queen, and certainly the court, and this year is obviously no exception to that. My daughter, she last year had the Queen of Fiestas visit her school, and she was just so enamored by it. And then at Zozobra, the queen was walking around, and she said hi to my daughter, and just absolutely made the night for my daughter, more so than even the burning of the puppet. So it's a wonderful tradition, and we're glad to have you both as a part of that. Obviously, the court and the Fiesta Queen and Don Diego de Vargas are most visible during the fiestas that week.
Yes.
But there's a whole lot of other activities that happen that you folks are involved in leading up to the fiestas. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those other activities?
Sure. Sunday was actually the knighting of de Vargas and my coronation. So it's a ceremony at the Cathedral Basilica, and that's when we're officially the Reina and the de Vargas. We process then to the Rosario Chapel in honor of Our Lady, La Conquistadora, and we start our novena masses, which go through Monday. So we're up at 6 a.m. bright and early every single morning attending Mass, which is a beautiful Mass, and I encourage everybody to at least go to one because it's very spiritual. And then throughout the time until September, we will attend the other fiestas in Espanola, Taos, Las Vegas. We get to go to the rodeo, and then just all the church visits, and then once September comes, we'll go to all the schools, and we're really looking forward to that. So it's actually really busy between now and September. So
Such a great tradition, and it's 400 years old, I suppose.
yes, 301st. This is the 301st Fiestas. Yes.
Wow. So and there's been a queen every year.
No, actually, the queen wasn't started until I believe the 40s, around that time,
Okay.
1920s.
Wow. That was a
So,
close one.
yeah, so
You're already queen, that's what you're saying.
I know. At least I knew it was 1900s.
Wow. So almost 100 years of tradition here with the selection of the queen. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Jenna, what single most event with the Fiestas are you looking forward to participating in as a member of the court?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, going to the schools, really just because that's my best memory as a child, and I look forward to seeing all the kids and seeing their faces and how happy they are when they see us walking in and dancing with us and singing with us, and it's going to be fun. I'm really excited.
Your Highness, what about you?
Actually, the schools also, it's very important to me that we continue this tradition and share our culture with our young generations. We want them to grow up seeing us so that one day they'll try out for Fiesta Queen or de Vargas. So if we could bring them in and help and participate with them as much as possible, that's what we'd really like to do, is get them involved as much as we can and encourage them to come to all parts of fiestas, not just the Zozobra or the downtown parties, but all the celebrations and the masses, and really experience fiestas for what it is.
Well, and there's so much else that goes into it, and I will say that this is like the casual dress for you guys. If you saw in the video, some of the costumes that you wear, they're just fantastic, and the craftsmanship and the beauty that goes into them is wonderful. Well, I think the Fiesta Committee made a fantastic selection, and you, with your court, are on track to have a wonderful fiestas this year.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you around town. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.